Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will share with you guys 3 easy lunchbox recipes that I tried last week. I have recently started going back to work and very soon a lot of you will be doing the same. So I thought in this video I will share these recipes so that you get some idea and get motivated to pack some healthy lunch boxes again. So yeah, without any delay, let's get started. So the first recipe is a paneer keema recipe which I had with some wheat roti, and for this in the very beginning I started off by chopping the vegetables, which is just some onion and tomatoes. Now for this particular recipe I don't like to make a tomato puree. I just roughly chop it up into some small pieces because the keema is already very smooth. I love the kind of texture the tomato and onion pieces add, but if you want to, you can also make some tomato puree. The taste will not differ. So I started off by heating some oil in a pan. You can also use ghee for this recipe, but on this day I just decided to use some refined oil. And also I'm not using a non-stick pan, but even for this steel pan I don't need a lot of oil. And once the oil heated up, I just added some cumin seeds and the onion pieces. And once the onions were slightly fried and became soft and translucent, I added a big tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. And when the ginger garlic paste was cooked and the raw smell vanished, I started adding all the other ingredients and all the spices. So the first thing that I added was the tomato pieces that I had chopped up earlier. And then I added some roasted cumin powder, some coriander powder. I make all these fresh spices at home. And I also added some turmeric powder. This just adds a very beautiful color to the keema, otherwise it looks very white. And I also added some salt to this. And then I mixed everything up so that it forms a nice smooth paste, and I just added a little bit of water so that everything comes well together and becomes very soft and mushy. And once the base was ready, I added the grated paneer. So I had grated this the previous night as a part of my meal prep, and I think you can see and realize how soft and beautiful this paneer is. I buy this paneer from Spencer's. I will add the name of the brand in the description box down below. If you find it, do give it a try. It's the softest paneer that I've ever tried in my life. So I added 200 grams of paneer, which is enough for 3 servings. So I gently mix the paneer with the base. I don't like to add any extra water to this, and I also make sure that I'm cooking this in a low flame because otherwise the paneer can become very rubbery. And also you don't need to cook this for a really long time. It just gets cooked very easily. Now towards the end of the cook, I add some freshly chopped coriander leaves. I don't add it before because then the fresh smell is kind of gone. So I add it towards the end, and then I gently mix everything for the last time together, and it's ready. And with this keema, I love either roti or toasted bread, but on this day I made some rotis. So that's what I am making over here. And the roti is puffed up, which made me super happy. And yeah, the roti was also ready to go with the paneer. And yeah, I just packed it up in a lunch box. I think this is a very balanced meal. It has a lot of protein, some vegetables and adequate fiber. So yeah, this is one of the lunch boxes that I carried last week. Now the next recipe is this delicious sandwich, and for this I started off by adding some butter in a non-stick pan, and once the butter was melted I added some onions to this. Usually for this recipe I also add some chopped garlic, but on this day I just forgot and just added the onions. So I covered the pan and allowed the onion to cook down for some time. I really wanted the onions to be super soft so that it kind of melts in the mouth and does not feel crunchy inside the sandwich. And then I added some shredded chicken. I make this at home and this is boneless shredded chicken. I keep this in my fridge all the time so that I can add them in sandwich or soups and stuffs like that. And then I fried it along with the onion. So because these are very soft and small pieces of the chicken, it does not need to be boiled. The frying is enough to make it soft and cooked. So after 5 to 10 minutes, once the chicken is cooked, I just added the very basic spices. So I don't add a lot of spices to this. I just added some Himalayan pink salt and some pepper. And I also added some tomato ketchup to this. I love the tangy taste it adds to the chicken filling. And yeah, finally I mixed everything together and the chicken filling was ready. Now for assembling the sandwich, I started off by slicing a hard-boiled egg. And then on some lightly toasted bread, I applied this cheese jalapeno sauce. So this is kind of a mayonnaise kind of spread and I love this in my sandwich. So yeah, I applied a little bit of it on one of the breads and then added the eggs on top of it. And then in the second layer, I added the chicken keema that I had made earlier. Now just to give this a little more grilled taste, I added this to a griller. You can also grill this in a pan, but I have bought this griller recently and I love grilling my sandwiches in it. And yeah, after some time, this is how the grilled double layered chicken egg sandwich looks like. It's very tasty and very filling and I loved having this for my lunch. So the final recipe is the sago khichdi along with a lot of vegetables, and I started off by prepping the vegetables. I started by chopping up all the vegetables, and for this recipe I love chopping the vegetables into very small bite-sized pieces. Usually in khichdis I keep a little bigger pieces of potato and other vegetables, but because I wanted everything to cook really well together in a short span of time, I made very small pieces. So I chopped up some potato, some carrots, some French beans. I also added some green bell pepper. If you have red or yellow bell peppers, you can also add that. But on this day, I just had some green bell peppers and I decided to add that along with other vegetables. And finally, I roughly chopped up a medium-sized tomato, which will eventually mix up along with all the vegetables to make the base of the khichdi. So I started off by heating some oil in a pan, and when the oil was heated up, I added some cumin seeds and 2 bay leaves. So once it was fried up a bit and became aromatic, I added the chopped up vegetables. I just add all of them together and stir fry that for a while in very low flame. So after the vegetables were fried for 5 minutes, I added all the other ingredients. So I started off by adding the tomato, some turmeric powder, some cumin seed powder and some salt. And I also added some ginger paste. I don't add garlic to this. I also added a tiny bit of water to this and then mixed everything together and allowed the spices to get cooked. And once the spices were cooked and everything came together, I added the sago. So I had soaked it for 2 hours before adding this. I don't soak it for a really long time because then it gets very mushy, and I love them to have a little texture. So I added it and mixed it up with all the vegetables and spices. At this point of time, I also add a little more water and then allow it to cook for 5 to 10 minutes. And yeah, I removed the bay leaves because I just don't love having that in my tiffin box or anything like that. So yeah, I covered and cooked it for 5 more minutes, and after 5 minutes I gave it one final stir and the khichdi is ready. This is how it looked like. I don't carry a lot of it because it's very filling and heavy. So yeah, this is another lunch box that I absolutely loved having last week. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you love these recipes. Do give them a try and let me know what you think about them. Also, if you have liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to watch more videos like this. I will be back soon with another video. Till then, take care and bye bye.